All right, welcome back, everybody. Women's final, Cincinnati. Let's hope it's a close one, and we make up for what the men's final was, which was unfortunately not a full final. But Swiatek taking on Paolini. They played 5 times. Swiatek's won 5 times. Paolini's won 1 set in those 5 matches. So let's see if Paolini is able to push Swiatek today. Swiatek's looked great all week. She looked great in her last match against Raducanu. Paolini's taken out Gauff, among other players, to get to this stage. So, yeah. Paolini's played more tennis this week. Swiatek's had a little bit of an easier road. Didn't have to play one match as well. She got a walkover in one of the matches. So, yeah. Here we go. The final match until the US Open is the final singles match until we start watching the US Open on Sunday. But what's up, Chad? How we doing? Are we ready? Are we ready for the day? I really hope that today is going to tell us an epic story of this match. The background, the epic fight, and the epic aftermath. That's what I do that every day. That's my job. And I'll do it again today. I think Paolini could make this competitive, to be honest. I hope so. I think I think Swiatek wins in straights. I hope it's close, though. I hope it's competitive. That's all we want. That's all we ask for, is a competitive match. That's all we want. Do you think Jannik will play mixed? I don't think so. What's for breakfast? I have no idea. When I finish this, I didn't get to go to the bakery yesterday because I decided to take a nap instead. But today, as soon as this match is over, I am walking down the street and I am getting a coffee. I'm getting a pastry, Danish pastry, blueberry custard Danish. And then I'll come back and figure out the rest of my day. Raducanu will now play with a Cincy champion. Play with a Cincy champion. Oh, Alcaraz, yeah. That was confusing. No, I'm not going to have McGriddle. Not today. Did you clean your house yesterday? Not really. I ended up, after the streams yesterday, I think it's just all caught up to me. Waking up at midnight or waking up at 2 a.m. every day and going to bed at 6, 7 p.m. I mean, I think all of that just kind of got me, and I napped for like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then I got up and I was like, I'm just going to be lazy today. I didn't leave the house. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be, especially because looking at my schedule, this mixed doubles is the only is if you take away that, it's Cincinnati. I mean, it's Tuesday, right? So you got Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, my world. You got 2 days. Wednesday, Thursday's a write-off because we got the US Open doubles. Friday, the draw comes out Friday, so I'm busy that day. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Monday, start for me. But on Saturday, Sunday, I've got to do things before the US Open. So it's like the week of nothing has turned into maybe a day of. Yesterday was the day of nothing. I don't know. So it's getting hectic now. With the US Open coming forward a day and Cincinnati going back a day, and then the doubles being something to watch, it's all kind of all the time I thought I had is gone. But that's okay, because after the US Open, there's nothing to do. So that's okay. I'm excited for the US Open. But yeah, the US series is always the hardest. Time-wise is the toughest. It's always Always the worst time zone. I love staying up late. And staying up late, I haven't stayed up past 6 p.m. for a couple of months. 3 months, 2 months. Since Wimbledon. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 2 months. But at least the best thing is about this series is that I do get to, after this match, I do get to do things. And there's like, it's not like nighttime, so that's a good thing. Pros and cons. You never look tired? Oh, well, good. But I do have to clean my house this week. That is on my list of things to do. Plus, I need to go get food because I have no food in the cupboard. So I need to go get groceries. As well as make a bunch of videos and also just prepare. Prepare for the US Open. Why don't you use your camera and take us to the bakery? No, that's extra work. What, you want me to stream my life? As well as stream my... like... Look, this may look easy, but it does. It definitely is. It takes energy to be on camera. The camera zap you. All right, first point goes to Paolini. She's serving first. 15-love. I'm gonna go Swiatek in straights, but I reckon Paolini can push a tiebreak. I reckon we're gonna get a close straight sets. Light bulb just went off. Yeah, I just turned the light bulb off because we're not doing that. I'm not streaming my life. I'm not walking around all day today with a camera in my face. I'm not going to vlog my life. Not today. You're going to get sick of me at the US Open because we're going to be watching we're going to be live for 12 to 15 hours a day. You're going to get plenty. We're going to have so much shit to talk about. It's going to be too much. Cam's on camera 8 hours a day, and as it is, I know, right? 30-love. Is it a 400 rally? Swiatek hits it long. It's 40-love Paolini. Yeah, I'm not streaming my life this week. Not much going on this week. Just chores. You don't want to watch. You want to watch me clean my toilet and eat a pastry. Come on. 40-love. And we're a fault second serve. At the same time, no. I'll eat the pastry first. Not at the same time. Anyway, it's 40-15. That's disgusting. What do you mean at the same time? That's gross. That's disgusting. Eating pastries while cleaning a toilet that's nasty. It's terrible. Don't do that. 400 rally. As that goes out by Paolini, 40-30. I'll tell you what though, chat, is freezing this morning. It is freezing. Ice. It was -1 today, this morning, and now it's still 1 degree. 2 degrees. It is so cold. All right. As the return goes in by Swiatek, the backhand of Paolini. Swiatek backhand. As Paolini backhand goes down the line wide. The deuce. We get to deuce. Trade my 28 for yours. Nah. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's cold. It's frosty. It's chilly, but that's all right. I'm fine with that. I'd rather it be chilly. So I'll do this on a Monday? Yeah. I think next year it might be different. I'm going to look it up. Backhand to backhand rally. I'll look it up after this. As a backhand again from Swiatek. Into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand again. Goes out. It's advantage Paolini. I think next year they have a little bit more room to wiggle. So I think next year the tournaments are actually going to be like a little bit more, Wednesday to Sunday. So next year the tournament's between the 5th of August and the 18th of August. So I think I read somewhere, or somebody said in the chat, that there's an extra week between the US Open and Wimbledon next year. So I don't know how they work that out, but it's worked out that way next year. And Swiatek forehand. Paolini guesses right with the backhand, but it's in the net. We get the deuce. So yeah, next year... Actually, no, I lied. Next year's a Monday final. Wait, next year's a Tuesday final? Oh, God. Wait, what happened? Hang on, what? That's not real. Is it worse? Did somebody lie in the chat? Wait. Why does it say... Oh, no, this is this year. 18th is today. Sorry. I get confused. 18th is today. It says 2025. I'm getting confused. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Paolini. Swiatek in the net. I'm just having a look for the schedule next. Here we go, calendar. All right, Paolini holds one love first game of the final. Now, the next year's calendar, it says that Cincinnati will... Okay, so we've got Wimbledon will finish on the 12th of July, which is normal. Then you got Bostad, Kitzbühel, then Washington. So there's an extra week there. Then Montreal starts on the 2nd of August. Cincy starts on the 13th, and then the US Open will start on the 31st. So that means... Yeah, so we get it. So the US Open is almost pushed back a week compared to that now. So the US Open gets pushed back a week, which gives us that extra wiggle room. So next year, the final, probably still on Monday, though. So the final will be on the 22nd. Oh, no, maybe the final on the 23rd. So maybe the final next year... Well, Winston-Salem starts early, right? Did Winston-Salem start yesterday or today or 2 days ago? Because Winston-Salem starts on the 23rd, which I'm guessing is... This year, was it Friday? I thought Winston-Salem started yesterday. Or Sunday. Didn't it start Sunday? So that would mean that the final would be on Sunday next year. And Montreal final would be on... That's still going to be on like a Wednesday. But it says here, yeah. So next year, I think the tournament is a little more... Like there's a little more time in the week. Or in the schedule. Start on Sunday. Okay, so yeah. So I think next year, it'll be confirmed, but I think next year the Cincinnati is going to be on a Sunday final. Canada's still going to be all over the place. Canada's still going to be like start on a Friday, finish on a Wednesday 2 weeks later, right? But I think Cincy's going to be sort of Tuesday to Sunday. Or Wednesday to Sunday, like 2 weeks. I think that's what it's going to be. But we've got 12 months. So they could change things change. Things could change. All right, 30 love Swiatek. As the return goes to forehand Swiatek. Swiatek hits it wide. It's 30-15. Now, Swiatek's playing doubles tomorrow in a different state. She's also booked in a practice session in the morning to play doubles with Rude to practice. So Swiatek's playing. Unless something happens in this match, Swiatek's playing. Paolini's already pulled out. She's not playing. We're not sure what Sinner's doing because he might play. I guess he is. He's on the list, but who knows? Alcaraz is going to play at this rate because he has no reason not to. So yeah. So I'm sure like straight after this match, Swiatek will do an interview and get on a plane because she's getting to New York tonight. because she's playing tomorrow. How do I know all this? I just see things. Anyway, it's 4:15. But I saw the schedule for tomorrow, and apparently she's practicing in the morning. It's on the US Open website that she is locked into practice in the morning and playing doubles in the afternoon. All right, 40-30. I don't even know how we're gonna do tomorrow. Like I don't know what I'm gonna wake up at midnight to watch doubles all day. I think we're just gonna do one big day because it's over 2 courts and there's no like set time, and also these matches might take like an hour each. So I think what we'll do is we'll just watch everything. Like we'll start we won't watch everything, but we'll watch We'll just go live and have I'll just alternate. We'll have a double header going on because there's two courts, but we'll just kind of have everything. We'll just watch everything because matches could take 30 minutes because the scoring format's going to really things are going to go real quick. Paolini hits a return winner. She's got advantage. Break point. Because some of these matches in the doubles tomorrow are going to take 20 minutes. Some of them are going to take an hour and a half. Because of the score. Not even. If a match goes more than an hour, I'd be shocked. So there's no point in doing individual streams. That would be just crazy. 20-minute streams would just be a pain in the ass. So we might just do a big old stream. And then for the finals the next day, we might do something else. But yeah, we'll probably just do it like that. We'll start at the start and we'll just watch everything. As that goes in there from Paolini. And we get to Deuce. Yeah, we'll watch Djokovic. We'll watch Alcaraz. Sinner if he plays. We'll watch Swiatek. Unless court 2 is not worth watching. If court 2 is not worth watching, we might just focus on the one court then, if that makes it easier. Yeah, so we've got Raducanu Fritz first, and then we've got Venus playing after that. Swiatek's on Arthur Ashe. Well, actually, Arthur Ashe might be the better court. Monfils Osaka first, then Swiatek, then a quarterfinal, which I guess that's weird. So wait, Swiatek Ruud could play 2 matches in a row, and then we've got Draper Alcaraz later in the night, and then Djokovic after that. Yeah, we'll just figure it out tomorrow. God, that's a messy schedule. So what? 2 matches and then a quarterfinal. Then 2 matches and then a quarterfinal. We'll do whatever. We'll figure it out. All right, advantage Paolini. To take the break, first game. Return goes in the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand from Paolini. Into the backhand of Swiatek. Paolini backhand again. And then Swiatek in the net. Paolini. She gets the break first. 2-love. Why suddenly we have so many mixed doubles? Because all the singles players are playing. So that's why. 2-0 Paolini. Why would the singles players consent to this? Because it's worth $1 million. That's part of the reason why, I would say, because it's very, very lucrative. And it's you play 4 matches that are probably 30 minutes long and you could win $1 million. I mean, 2 hours for $1 million. I mean, that's part of it. It's worth it. There's a forehand winner there from Paolini, 15-love. Looks like they play 2 matches with the winners playing the second. Yeah, play the second round. That's it. But look, we might just chuck it on and just watch and see what happens. We might just put the put it on and see what happens. Watch a bit and just watch a bit of everything. All right, nice shot by Swiatek, 15-0. I think Shelton and Townsend will win. Yeah, I've got them as winning as well. In fact, I might even put $5 on them. I might even put money on them to win. Because why not? Put a $5 on them. Are they the favourites though? They might be favourite. And Swiatek hits it out. 30-15. Man. Paolini is getting it done. Swiatek is hitting on a few errors, though. As the return goes in, the forehand of Paolini. And the return for Swiatek went out, 40-15. Swiatek overhitting. 40-15. As we serve. And the return goes in the backhand of Paolini. Backhand of Swiatek in the net. And it's 3-love Paolini. By the way, apparently Townsend and Shelton are the favourites. So why? I thought they were like third favourite. They're the favourites. Huh. Well, that's not as fun. I thought they were like I thought I was being smart by picking them, but now I'm just like picking the obvious one. How are they favourites? I guess because Townsend made the final last year and Shelton's a really good doubles player, so God, now I don't want to pick. Now I don't want to pick them. But who else could I pick? Vavasori Irani are second favourites. Then it's Draper, Pegula, and Alcaraz Raducanu, and then Sinner and Siniakova. I'm just trying to see. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone I should pick? Should I pick maybe back Fritz Rabakina? Benchit Zverev? Nah. Swiatek Rude? Nah. Runa Anisimova? Djokovic Danilovic. Why? I'm going to go Nole. Do I pick Nole? I mean, Djokovic Danilovic? Could they win the whole thing? Danilovic plays a lot of doubles and Djokovic is the GOAT. I feel like maybe Djokovic Danilovic could make the final, though. Because they're also got to remember, they're both from Serbia and they're both going to be... Like, Djokovic is definitely playing with Danilovic for the Serbian thing, but also, like, maybe because he wants to, like, he might play United Cup next year, which means, she's going to be the number one. So, like, to try and practice their mixed doubles for a future event, maybe. Like, they're using this as practice. I reckon, can I convince myself that Djokovic and Danilovic can win? Could they win? I still think Shelton Townsend are going to win, though. Djokovic won't take it seriously? I don't know. I feel like it's like if he was playing mixed doubles with Swiatek, I think he wouldn't take it as serious. But I think playing with Danilovic is a key. What's his draw? What'd the draw look like? Anyways, 3-love Paolini. Who are they playing first? They're playing a tough team first, right? They're playing against Medvedev Andreeva. I reckon they could make the final. You know what? I'm going to put 5 on them making the final. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, you can name the finalist. Oh, should I? I'm going to okay, this is easy. Okay, I'm going to put 5 on I'm going to predict the final. Townsend Shelton versus Djokovic Danilovic. That's my prediction for the final. And I'm putting $5 on it. If that's the final, chat. I'm backing that as the final. That's my final. Chat, nobody knows anything about this thing. Nothing matters. Right? Okay, 30-love. 30-love. No Siniakova. Well, Sinner's not playing. No Raducanu. Why would I pick Raducanu and Alcaraz in a mixed double event? What are you talking about? Why would I pick them? I'm picking doubles players. Or like you got to go with the doubles players. I feel like, okay, if I had to predict the semifinals, Because Vavasori and Irani, I think they're going to make... I think it's going to be a semi-final between Townsend, Shelton versus Irani and Vavasori. And then I think it's going to be Danilovic Djokovic versus Keys and Tiafoe. And then the winners will play in the final. That's my rational thinking. 30-15. I don't know about Draper Pegula because I don't know if Draper is fit or if Draper can play doubles. Pegula can. Also, Chad, I'm picking team chemistry. I'm going with team chemistry. I'm not going with players that are like really good in singles. And you know, I need like Danilovic, Djokovic. They've played together before. They've got the Serbian connection. There's gonna be a good camaraderie. I don't know if I can pick Draper Pegula. I don't know if that their only number one seed is because they're really good at singles. You know, they're the top 5 singles players. Don't think they're the number one seeds because they're great at mixed doubles. That's not how the rankings work in this case. Anyway, it's 30-all. This is getting crazy. By the way, just to mention this, this is not like Sinner. Swiatek looks fine. She does not look sick. So we're not having like a Sinner Alcaraz round 2 thing going on here. This is Swiatek looks fine. She's making a lot of errors. And she hits a backhand cross-court winner. 40-30. Andreeva, Olympic silver doubles. Yeah, true. But also Medvedev at doubles is not... Medvedev is... If Andreeva teamed up with Rublev, I might have picked them. But she's playing with Medvedev, so I'm not sure what Medvedev's going to do. I tell you what, Mukova Rublev could be something. They might do something. Fritz backing for the win? Is that because you want them to win, or is that an actual pick? Or is that I want them to win? Andreeva is really good at doubles. Yeah, that's great, but Medvedev is also on the team, and he's not great at doubles. What about Ruud and Swiatek? Could they win it? I don't know. The format is so weird that anybody could win it, really. Anyways, back into the net. From Paolini, 3-1. Swiatek on the board. Three-one. Chad, I think if you pick this mixed double, I would advise not betting on the mixed doubles because I don't think there's any guarantee anyone you could pick the favorite and they could lose straight away. You could pick the least. I mean, the only team that maybe doesn't win is Venus and Opelka, but then again, maybe they do win because they've got a big serve and they could serve their way. The scoring it's like the next gen finals, right? It's got that same scoring. You just need to win like a couple of points at the right time and you'll win the match. Like it's going to be so hard to predict because of the scoring. Like first to 4 and then sudden death at deuce, right? Deciding point at deuce, final set tiebreak. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be random. You know, the format is not going to be like, oh, well, the doubles, you know, you can't even think of it. We're overanalyzing it. All right, love 15. As Swiatek gets a love 30. Paolini hits it out. By the way, 68-mile-an-hour second serve from Paolini. Oof. She was trying to kick it out wide, but just sort of... Sorry, Swiatek hit a winner. I thought Paolini hit it long, but Swiatek hit a winner off her shot. Love 30. You're putting 20 on Opelka and Venus? I mean, they might win. Who knows? Anyway, it's 400 backhand rally. And Swiatek forehand goes long, and it's 15-30. 15-30. Remember, Swiatek slow starts as well, chat. Swiatek slow start. I can't for the life of me tell if it's going to be entertaining or the worst idea ever. I know, right? I think everyone's the same. We're all just waiting to see what it's going to be like. It might be terrible. Or it could be interesting. 30-all. Sorry, 15-40. What am I saying? Swiatek got the point. 15-40. Or both, yeah. I think there's going to be some like 20-minute matches that like are terrible. But there's probably going to be some. And by the way, the final of the tournament is going to be first to 6, like normal sets, but then final set tiebreak. So it's going to be the scoring in the final is going to be more. It's going to be what we're used to, right? A little more like we're used to. Is it a backhand from Paolini? Lob goes up by Swiatek, and then Paolini hits a smash long. We're back on serve. 3-2. Swiatek back. Did Sinner explain what went wrong? Yeah, he said that he was not feeling well, and he woke up this morning and felt worse. So he was hoping that he would feel better this morning, but he felt worse, and he only decided to play because he didn't want to let down the fans. So yeah, no like specifics, but he just said what he said in the post-match interview or post-match thing. So yeah, wasn't feeling great yesterday. Woke up, felt worse today, but was like, I can't just not play the final for a little bit. So he did it. He played for the fans and played as long as he could feel he could. Yeah, he said in the post-match speech, he said exactly what he said in the press conference. There was no elaboration. Apelka Williams, 14 feet of tennis madness. From his quotes, it looks like he'll be okay for the US Open. Said his big focus is US Open. Yeah. He'll be fine. It's just the it's just like one of those things. Just getting sick at the wrong time, you know. I'm looking forward to Osaka Monfils. All right. All right, we're back on serve. 3-2. 3-2. All right, 3-2. Paolini still with the lead, but Swiatek is back on serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Swiatek, and she hits a winner down the line. 15-love. I wonder why Monfils didn't play with Svitolina. Because he's coming in for Kyrgios, so he didn't get to choose. It is kind of strange that they didn't invite them, though. Like, why didn't they get a wild card? Unless Svitolina didn't want to play. But yeah, the reason why, it's nothing deep. It's literally Kyrgios withdrew and Monfils was probably asked, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll play. Like, I don't think it has anything to do with, like, we don't need to overanalyze it. 30 Osaka needed a partner, and Monfils said, sure, why not? But it's weird that they didn't ask Svitolina Monfils. Like, that would have maybe, but again, maybe Svitolina didn't want to play, or they didn't want to play, and then, you know, yeah, we don't need to think about it too deep. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep. 40-love. Has a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve. And the backhand return goes the backhand of Swiatek. She hits a winner, 3-3. McNally went in for Osaka. No. McNally went in for Paolini. McNally replaced Paolini to play with Musetti. I like Monfils Osaka pairing better than the original pairing. Okay. We're back on serve. 3-0. 3-all. Swiatek's won 12 of the last 15 points. As a forehand goes long by Swiatek, 15 love. Alina is not considered a big enough name for the USTA. No, that's not true. That's not true. I think it's just the... I reckon that maybe they just want to play doubles. I mean, when have Svitolina and Monfils ever played doubles together on the tour? Maybe once, right? I think they played once in a professional match. They've never played mixed doubles together. They've never teamed up at a Grand Slam like what Bolter and Demonor have, right? I mean, they've obviously, they don't want to. Otherwise, they would have at a Slam or something, right? When have they ever played doubles together on the main? I think they played once, right? Maybe in 2020 or 2021, they played once. The Monfises. And that goes out by Swiatek, 30-15. Shea should have been in the mix. Love watching her play. Yeah, she should have been. I'm surprised she wasn't. Or Penko. Ostapenko not being there. It's kind of crazy too. Because Ostapenko is entertaining to watch too. $30-15. The return goes in the backhand of Paolini. Swiatek with a forehand. Paolini gets it back, but it goes out. 30-all. 30-all. Chance to get the lead, Swiatek. 30-all. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. All right. 30-40. Break point, Swiatek. Paolini unable to take back her lead at the moment. 30-40. 30-40. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Swiatek. Backing out from Paolini. Into the forehand of Swiatek. As Paolini forehand. Again to the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini again with a forehand. Into the forehand of Swiatek. That's a winner. Swiatek leads 4 games in a row. 4-3. Swiatek takes the lead. I don't think it would be a double header Italian winners. Huh? What are you talking about? Like, it literally can't be because Sinner lost. Spoiler alert. Is it really Swiatek or Swiatek? It's like you pronounce it Swiatek. Well, the Polish people in the chat say I say it right, so I'm not going to... People that speak English think I say it wrong, but then the people that speak the language that I'm speaking, when I say Swiatek, say I'm saying it right. So I'm going to go with the Polish people's opinion. All right. And until Poland say you're saying it wrong, I'm going to keep saying it the same way. So trust me, I got this. I got this. You're pronouncing it correctly. Great pronunciation. You said it right. You got it. Thank you. It's perfect. Yay. There we go. You're saying it 100% correct. See, look. All the Polish fans of the channel are coming out and saying I'm saying it perfect. Trust me, if I wasn't saying it right, they would have told me. In fact, they did tell me in 2020 when I was saying Swiatek because I'm an idiot and didn't know a thing. But once we got to the final of the French Open 2020, I was starting to say it right. So like, we watched the first match and I was like, Swiatek. Second match, Swiatek. Hey, idiot, you're saying it wrong. Oh, okay. And then now Swiatek. So it took me 3 matches to get it right. And now for the last 5 years, it's 5 years. 5 years of Iga Swiatek. How crazy is that? 5 years already? Crazy. We've watched 5 years of this lady. That's gone quick. If you were there, you remember. 15 love. Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve in the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand goes into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand again. Paolini goes cross court. Swiatek slice. Paolini with an easy volley winner. 15-0. I wonder if Paolini had lost in the semis, if she would have played the mixed. Because out of everybody, like I said yesterday, Sinner's not playing, Paolini's definitely playing. And it just shows, like once I saw the schedule come out and I saw the draw and I'm like, oh, everything I said yesterday about what's going to happen in the mixed doubles is totally opposite happened. So I don't know anything about this mixed doubles, clearly. All right, 15-0. As we have ace down the tee from Swiatek, and it's unreturnable serve, 30-15. Bad news for you, Cam. Davenport pronounces Mukova better than you. I don't care. It's not a competition. Isn't it Mukova? I just say it quick because I'm Australian. There's an ace down the tee. Swiatek 40-15. Let's go back to the tennis. Enough of the English lessons. Enough with the enough with the speaking. Ah, 40-15. As the return goes to Swiatek. 4 now from Paolini is a winner. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. So a chance for Swiatek to get the 5 games in a row. We had a fault, second serve. As we had a double fault from Swiatek, and it's deuce. All right, we get the deuce. Swiatek then serves an ace. Advantage. Swiatek. As we get a fault this time, second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Paolini. Swiatek backhand. And Paolini can't get it. She hits it in the net. 5-3. Swiatek with 5 games in a row. Nice work. 5-3. By the way, chat, we're almost at 261K, so thank you for that. Don't forget to sub if you haven't already. All right. 5-3. As the return goes back into Paolini. Sliced. Out. And it's love 15. Love 15. As the return goes in the net by Swiatek. 15-0. Did we find out if Sinner and Zverev had the same illness? That's interesting. I did hear that, and I did hear that maybe it was maybe it was like a gastro bug that was going around. That maybe both of them had got the same thing. I don't know. We haven't heard anything about, everyone's like pointing towards Zverev's diabetes as the reason, but yeah, there could be maybe it was Sinner and Zverev got the same thing. Who knows? Maybe they caught the same bug, or ate the same thing, same buffet. I don't know. We haven't heard much about what Sinner's dealt with anyway, so I don't think we can point at things. Be like, oh, they must have both ate the same sandwiches. 40-15. Could be a coincidence, 40-15. As the backhand goes in there on the return. 5-4. Paolini holds, breaks that streak of 5 games. And Swiatek will serve the set. All right. And Shelton was not himself. Well, Shelton admitted on his Instagram that he was just ran out of gas. I don't think we could put Shelton in the category because Shelton looked tired, but that was because he'd played so much. I don't think we can. And he said as much as well. Shelton didn't look sick. He just looked gassed, If I remember correctly, there was a tournament in Mexico back in February where players all got sick. Can't remember the name. Yeah, there was, wasn't there? There was a tournament where like a lot of players were catching the same bug, which was kind of scary. It seems every time Sasha is not feeling well, it's immediately his diamond. Yeah, but maybe it is, because we don't talk about. We take it for granted how he manages it without us talking about it. But then when something bad happens, it's definitely valid. It's definitely valid. He's not going to deal with it perfectly every day. It's not like it's something that, oh yeah, I'm on top of it all the time. Like he's going to have days where something doesn't go right, and it might have been that. We don't know. Only he knows. But all right, 5-4. Swiatek serving for the set. But Chad, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. By the way, apparently Fekine has come out and said how silly a final is on a Monday. He said a Monday final at 3 p.m. in August in Cincinnati after the whole Cincinnati-Toronto swing with so many retirements and players dead tired, something needs to change. Fekine ain't happy. He's part of it, right? He was one of the people that was affected by all this stuff too, right? Played great in Washington, then had to play Canada like a day later, and then pulled out of Cincy, didn't he? Because he was like, it was just too much, too many days. It was affecting him as well, so fair enough. It's funny though. He says something needs to change, and it's like, well, 12 months ago, this was the change. Like this is the change. We need to change back, I guess. All right, love 15. Was it a forehand into the backhand of Paolini? Oh yeah, he retired against Fonseca. I forgot about that. It was so long ago. Oh no, it was like 3 years ago. All right, 15-0. 15 all. I'm going to serve again. The return goes in from Paolini to the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Paolini into the forehand of Swiatek as Paolini again to the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek gets wide. 15-30. It's been a strange match, this one. $15.30. I'll tell you this, chat. And I'm not saying this is a reason or anything. I'm just putting it out there. Because this is, I guess, something that people would deal with. Do you think that maybe Swiatek realizes that after this match, she has to get on a plane real quick and fly to New York to be ready for tomorrow? Do you think that maybe is part of it, maybe affecting her? I don't know. It's definitely got to be something to consider, right? That the fact that she's got to fly to New York today and then also get ready for doubles tomorrow, yet she hasn't even played the final yet. I mean, I don't think it's a reason. I think Paolini's playing well and Swiatek's just struggling a little bit, but that can't be easy, right? 400 rally as Paolini on the stretch. Swiatek backhand into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand again down the line. Paolini's there with the backhand on the stretch. Swiatek forehand again to the slice of Paolini. That goes short, and Swiatek puts it away. 30-all. I don't think it's the reason why she's in a tougher match than we expected. We've got to respect Paolini for that, but I mean, if you're going out to play a final at night, knowing the next day you have to be in a different town, a different hotel, you know, playing a different tournament, less than 24, like nearly 12 hours, 14 hours from now, you got to play again? I mean, we don't think about the travel and we don't think about the changing of hotel rooms and the packing and unpacking and so many excuses. Yeah, who would have thought that, asking a question, it's all about excuses. 40-30. Why is it always the people that hate the players that we're talking about call them excuses? Why does that always happen? We said it for Sinner. Oh, Sinner looks sick. That's an excuse. Yeah, but you don't like him, so you can't talk. 40-30. We don't want to hear from you. As the return goes in the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand from Paolini, set point. Swiatek backhand goes short. Paolini comes in the net. Swiatek with a slice. And then Paolini puts it away. Deuce. Swiatek's focused and in the present. I hope so. I mean, again, I'm not saying that's why. I didn't say that. That's why I said at the start before I said it. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that's why. But it's also, if you think about it, that's got to be messed up. Like, got to be stressful, right? Added stress. Whereas if she wasn't playing tomorrow, none of that would matter, and we'd just be like, well, shit, Paolini's doing well. But, like, imagine that. You got to, like, do all this other shit. Like, the second this match is over, you got to get out of there. You got to run. That sucks. All right. Deuce. And Swiatek double faults. Advantage Paolini to get back on serve. They're not machines. Well, that's it. Exactly. All right, advantage Paolini. Also, Swiatek has to win this match to be number 2. That also has to be a bigger factor. I think that's more of a factor than playing tomorrow. But I think that Swiatek, with the pressure of if she wins, she's number 2. That's a big deal. Backhand winner, Swiatek back to deuce. That's probably... That pressure is way more than getting on a plane tonight and playing mixed tomorrow. Because if she's number 3, she has to play Gauff or Sabalenka. If she's number 2, she might avoid both of them until the final and make them play each other. That's a big plus. At least in the latter rounds, right? Avoiding Gauff and Sabalenka until the final. Or if she loses this match, she might draw, both of them. She has to play both of them effectively if she loses this match. Because she'll have to play one in the semi and one in the final. So the difference between a win and a loss here for Swiatek when it comes to, and obviously there's other players. Raducanu is tough. Obviously Ostapenko's tough. All those players, but when it comes to playing those two really tough players, the two of the best players in the world, she could make them play each other by winning, which is huge. That's a huge deal. And avoid both of them to the final and guarantee that she only has to play one of them. I mean, that's a big, big bonus. All right. Anyways, advantage Paolini to get back on serve. Second serve, the backhand of Paolini, backhand of Swiatek into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand goes out. We're back on serve. 5-5. All right. 5-all. Paolini was 3-love up. Swiatek won 5 in a row, and now Paolini's won 2 in a row. Very crazy score lines. A very random roller coaster of a match. Okay. 5-5. Paolini serves. Serve to the forehand. Swiatek return goes to the forehand. Paolini. Oh, she had an air swing. And the ball just didn't bounce high enough, and Paolini completely missed it. Yeah, the ball came through a lot quicker than I think she expected. By the time she went to swing for the ball went past her. But she laughed about it. Love 15. Great serve down the tee. Swiatek gets it back, but it's in the net. 15-all. As the return goes in from Swiatek, down the line winner. And it's 15-30. We got a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Swiatek. Back into Paolini. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini. Forehand again. The forehand of Swiatek. Into the back of Paolini. Swiatek backhand again to the backhand of Paolini, who cross-court hits a winner. 30-all. 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 Serve again. Serve Paolini is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand of Paolini in the net. 30-40. Break point Swiatek. This match has been entertaining, makes up for the previous final. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people thought Swiatek was going to win easily. I was worried that was going to happen, but I thought I was optimistic. So I'm happy this is close. I'm glad this is close. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back of Swiatek. Return goes to the back of Paolini. Swiatek down the line. Into the forehand of Paolini. And Paolini hits it in the net. Swiatek with the break again. 6-5. She's going to serve for the set again. She didn't have a set point as well. Okay. The strange set continues. All right. All right. 6-5. I think being scrappy is a great compliment for a player. Both are great competitors. Oh, yeah. For sure. Paolini isn't hearing Forza loud enough. Huh? What are you talking about? Cincinnati crowd is neutral at least. I think they're slightly in favor of Paolini because they know that if she plays well, then it's going to be a match. Whereas if she doesn't play well, it's probably not going to be competitive. So I think that it feels like they're slightly more favoring the underdog. Debbie, you here? I think are you still here? All right, 6-5. Swiatek serving for the first set. Great serve out wide. 15 love. 15 love. As we return now to the forehand of Swiatek, but it's out by Paolini. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. Out wide as an ace. 40 love. All right. Swiatek's not going to make that mistake twice. 40 love to take the first set. 3 set points. Serving to the forehand of Paolini. Return the net. There it is. 7-5. Swiatek takes the first in a weird, strange roller coaster of breaks and games. And anyway, 7-5. First set. Okay. Let's see if Paolini can recover in the second. 19 winners, 19 errors by Swiatek. That is crazy. 19 errors and winners? It's crazy. 5 breaks to serve as well. Paolini, 8 winners and 7 errors. So they both played pretty well. They're both competitive in that set. The serving will let them down a little bit, but yeah. Swiatek playing ultra aggressive. 19 errors and 19 winners. I mean, that's like Sabalenka. That's what Sabalenka would be doing. Going all out against an opponent. Paolini needs Rome backing her up. Okay. Definitely going to get the crowd support on this one. All right. Second set. About to begin. Paolini's going to serve first. And then we see if we go to a third. I'm surprised with the lack of support for Swiatek in this crowd. I'm not. I mean, I don't think there's lack of support. I think they just want... Remember this? I think this is the same. I don't think there's like 2 different tickets for the men and women's final. I think it's the finals day ticket. Remember, this crowd already had like a 20-minute match that finished way too early, right? So they want a match. So of course they're going to, root for Paolini, because the only way this is going to be competitive, if you look at their head-to-head, is if Paolini does well, right? If Paolini doesn't play well, Swiatek's going to win like she has won all the time. So this crowd want some tennis after what we didn't get to see, right? I guess if the first match had been a full match and everything, then maybe they would have, maybe they wouldn't be as supportive of Paolini, or less supportive to Swiatek. Maybe they wouldn't care as much. But because they only got 5 games in 20 minutes of the first match, they just want a match. So they might not be supporting Swiatek as much, but they know that Paolini needs the support more, so that they get their money's worth, So I don't think it's that bad, though. I don't think it's like the crowd are quiet when Swiatek wins a point and Paolini's getting like a standing ovation. That's not happening. They just know that in order for them to get a good match, Paolini needs to be playing well and giving her support. Maybe they'll help her play better and then makes it competitive. 15-all. As Paolini serves the fault. Second serve. The return goes into the backhand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand. And Paolini can't get it. 15-30. 15-30. As the return goes back into Paolini. Back into Swiatek down the line is in the net. 30-all. Previous winners of Cincy, Sinner and Sabalenka won last year, and then the year before that it was Djokovic and Gauff. And then 2022, the Cincinnati winners were, I want to say Zverev? 2022 Cincinnati. Did they even play? I don't think they played. I would know. Backhand rally. I don't think it was on in 2022. I don't recall. Oh yeah, Chorich. Oh, it was Chorich and Garcia. It was the random year. And then Zverev won in 21. Anyways, volley from Paolini. Up goes a lot by Swiatek. And Barty won in 21 as well, right? Was it Barty? Was it Barty and Barty Zverev in 2021? Did Barty win Cincy in 21 or was it in 2019? Barty and Zverev. See, chat? This is why you come here. Because I sometimes remember things by guessing. All right, great lob by Swiatek. 30-40, break point. As Paolini serves. Down the tee, the forehand Swiatek, backhand of Paolini. Into the backhand Swiatek, Paolini backhand. Into the slice of Swiatek, lob goes up. And in. Paolini gets it back with a forehand, it's short, and Swiatek puts it away. All right, Swiatek, 1 love in the second. She gets the break. Okay. 1-0 Swiatek with a set and a break. All right. I'm watching the match with my parents, and my mom thought a kid was playing against Swiatek. Well, that's interesting. I don't think it will be a bagel. Paolini is too good for that. Yeah, I don't think this set will be a bagel. But look, Swiatek, when she wins the first set, she wins a match 104 times, right? 104 and never lost a match when winning the first set. So, and she usually, second set, she runs away with most of the time when she wins the first. So, Carlos confirmed he's playing doubles with Raducanu and Sinner with Ru. Okay, cool. So everything that I thought would happen happened. Cool. So I predicted the future. I'm a wizard, Harry. 15 love. Swiatek serves again. It's an incredible stat. Yeah. So so the stat is, chat, if you don't know the stat. So at WTA 1000 level matches, which are Cincinnati, Indian Wells, all those kind of tournaments, Swiatek wins the first set. She goes on to win the match every time. 103 matches and 0 losses when she wins the first set at this level, which is a ridiculous stat. That is a ridiculous stat. 30 love. Sorry, 104. 104 matches, 0 losses when she wins the first set. Now, she has lost matches at 1000 level, but she doesn't lose matches when she wins the first set. Impressive? Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. To think all the players that she's played at 1000 level as well. Like, she's played Gauff, she's played Sabalenka, she's played Raducanu, she's played so many players at this level of tournament. And to win the first set and win the match every time, over 100 matches, 100 times is crazy. Be 105 after today, yeah. That's insane. 30-15. And just like with Alcaraz, if Swiatek wins this, she is more than halfway through the Golden Masters run. She's actually, I think, closer than Alcaraz is. Because Alcaraz has to win the ATP Finals, which is one of the toughest ones to win. Best of the best, you got to beat the best, all that stuff. Swiatek's already got that, WTA Finals. So she is closer than Alcaraz is to a Golden Masters. And she's also, if she wins this, she will only have to win Dubai, Canada, Wuhan. 3 more out of the 10 or 11 titles you have to win. And then if she wins the Australian Open, she's won the Golden Masters and done the Korea Slam, which is basically you've won all the big trophies and you basically completed tennis, and then a gold medal would be like the cherry on top. Like Djokovic, right? A thing that only Djokovic has done is win all those trophies. Alcaraz is also on that list. He's getting closer, right? He's got to win. He's got to win in Shanghai, Paris, Canada, but he's also got to win this new Saudi event that's coming around, and the ATP Finals, and the Australian Open. So Swiatek and Alcaraz might be the second and third players in history to do the Golden Masters, which is so exciting because Djokovic did it and it wasn't a thing before he did it, and then he did it, and now it's like a thing. And now players are like, we're watching them do it in real time. And it's so crazy and rare that these things happen. Yeah, the men have one less 1,000, but that's going to change when the Saudi 1,000 comes into play. Now, Guadalajara was a 1,000 for like a week, so we're not really counting Guadalajara at this point. Because it was only a 1,000 for 2 years, I think, or 1 year. So I don't think we'll count that. Swiatek gets a winner, and it's back to deuce. It's a tough one because, like, if you look back in history, the 1,000s have changed so much over the time. But the current crop of 1,000 events right now have been the same for pretty much 15 to almost 20 years. You've got the ladies. Cincinnati wasn't a women's event until I think 2009. Obviously, the Asian swing wasn't a thing until 2009 when they kind of revamped the schedule. So the Shanghai has been. But still, again, 2009 was like 15, 16 years ago, right? So, the current crop of 1,000s has been the same. So we kind of based off that. If we go back, I think, if you look at like Steffi or Serena or, Roger or Sampras or Agassi. I think Agassi was close, but still, at the time of their 1,000 trophies, the ones that they had, nobody completed the set while they were playing. Like, if there was let's say there was 7 you had to win, nobody had won all of them. So yeah. So again, it's a super hard thing to do. It's been a hard thing to do for every generation. Just like it's hard to win all 4 Grand Slams. All right, advantage Paolini. To get back on serve, backhand goes down the line, but it's wide, and we're back to deuce. Wuhan is back this year. It was back last year. It's back this year again. It was out of action for a while because of because it was we had COVID, so they didn't go to Asia. I think they didn't go to China, and then they went back to Beijing, and then they brought back Wuhan. That's why Guadalajara was a thing, because they wanted to make up for the lack of 1,000s. So they made Guadalajara 1,000 because China was nobody was allowed to go to China. So so they didn't go to Wuhan, I think, for like 6 years, or 5 years, but they're back there now. As that goes out by Swiatek. Advantage Paolini. I'm surprised that Graf didn't get the set. Which one's she missing? I'm pretty sure I did a spreadsheet for this because I was bored. Let me check if I remember. Anyways, return goes in the front of Swiatek. Swiatek gets it wide. We're back on serve. 1-1. This weird roller coaster ride of hell is continuing. Where was the thing that I did? I swear I made a spreadsheet for Golden Masters because it was easier to keep track. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did it like 2 years ago. Oh, damn. I got to upgrade this list. This was like 2023. So, yeah. So Serena's got 23. Hingis is 17. I think Hingis... Again, you got to go through like the year as well. Steffi's got 15. Also, I think the 1000s didn't really... I mean, they've been called all different things, but I think the 1990s was when the 1000s or the premieres or the tier 1s or whatever you want to call them, because they've been named so many things, those have been around since 1990. So when the ATP and WTA were formed and became the tour, I think that's... So anything before 1990, so like McEnroe and Connors and Becker and unfortunately, Navratilova and Everett, we can't really... It's not as easy to go, okay, well, because the tour was so different that we go, oh yeah, well that one, they completed the Masters set. But we can kind of do it for the 90s because even though there was tournaments in Tokyo and Berlin that were 1,000 level, or there was a Philadelphia 1,000, Moscow and Hamburg and all that stuff. We can kind of do it a little bit, but not really. Like Serena needed to win Wuhan and Dubai or Doha to complete the set, but she didn't. She won everything else though. Hingis, the Middle Eastern swing wasn't a thing, but she also didn't win Madrid, or Cincinnati. But again, Cincinnati wasn't a women's event until 2009, so how you winning if it's not there? Again, I'll refine I've got to update this list anyway because Swiatek's won so much. But Serena won Indian Wells. Did she win? Yeah, Serena won 2 Indian Wells, but she didn't win because at the end of the year she didn't go to Asia. Remember, Serena would take after the US Open. She'd not play until the WTA finals, and then she might play those, right? And at the start of the year, she kind of skipped after the Australian Open. She wouldn't play. She didn't really play the Middle Eastern swing when it became a thing. So she kind of skipped that. Yeah, I'll have to update this list. after this tournament. 40-30. As a return goes in the net from Swiatek. And Paolini holds. Paolini holds. Cool. The longer they play, the more money for the US sponsors. Yeah, I guess so. Paolini is fighting hard. Yes, she is. She is fighting very hard. What is the thing on Paolini's leg? It's like it might be to kind of keep her knee. Like it's like a knee tendonitis thing, I think, maybe. Because she's played a lot of tennis, so maybe it's something. Because Nadal used to wear something similar. So I think it's like a knee, not a brace, but it's like it's something to support, like keep her knee like stable. Usually for tendon, yeah. So it's not like a strap. It's strapping where it's like tape or anything. It's just like I don't know. I think it's for the knee. Yeah, for the muscles and tendons. For meniscus. Yeah, meniscus. That's a hard word to say. Because Nadal used to wear them back in like the 2000s. And a lot of players wear them on and off. All right. 2-1. Paolini leads. As Paolini wins the first point, 15-love. Uh, 15-all. Good serve, Swiatek. All right, as we get another good serve by Swiatek, 30-15. $40-15. $40-15. As the backhand Swiatek on the stretch, volley from Paolini in the net, and it's 2-2. Two all. All right, 2-0. All right, love 15. Sometimes I stop and watch if Alcaraz is playing well as this game. I mean, what did I miss? All right, love 15. Number 7, the forehand Swiatek. Return goes to the forehand Paolini. Swiatek forehand into the net. 15-all. 15-all. I love to see Jasmine win. Even to get a set would be awesome. Yeah. All right, as Paolini hits it out, 15-30. 15-30. All right, 15-40. Paolini in trouble. Paolini in trouble on serve, but it's been one of those matches where breaks haven't made a difference. It's been exciting commentary by Cam for all this tournament. Thanks, Cam. No worries. All right, 15-40. $15.40. As Paolini serves a let. $15.40. Serve Paolini. Into the body of Swiatek. Return goes in the forehand of Paolini. Paolini in the net. There's the break. 3-2. Swiatek. All right. By the way, chat, talking about soft sodas. No, we don't have a sponsor, so we're not talking about any of them. We talk about the ones that pay to be talked about, right? I'm not mentioning any names or answering any questions until they sponsor us. No free ads. No free ads. All right. Okay. Swiatek with the break. 3-2. Exactly, Greg's. No free ads. All right. A one entertainment. Will you never know with Paolini might break back? Well, there's been a great final so far. It's been a competitive final. It's been an unpredictable final, so it hasn't been boring. It hasn't been boring. Ah, 3-2. Swiatek with a set and a break. Swiatek serves 3-2. She's 3 games away from her first Cincinnati title. And she serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Paolini. Backhand of Swiatek to the backhand of Paolini. And Paolini hits it out. 15 love. Mboko and Osaka finale was the best. Oh, yeah, that match was the best. Andreeva and Sabalenka Indian Wells pretty good too. When it comes to 1,000 finals. All right, 15 love. As Paolini hits a return winner, 15-all. 15-all. Swiatek serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes out by Paolini, and it's 30-15. Serve again. Into the back of Paolini. Return. Goes to the back of Swiatek. She hits it in the net. 30-all. And then Swiatek serves an ace. That's clutch. 40-30. To stay up the break. Serve again. As we got a fault, second serve. Top 3 moments for this tournament. Damn, that's tough. These tournaments go for so long, you forget about the first round. 40-30. Double fault. We get the deuce. I think one of them, not in any particular order. I think Sabalenka Raducanu, one of the moments of the tournament, just because it was so close. And it was a competitive match. It was a good match. I think I'll do 3 for the ladies, 3 for the men, because I think I could probably pick 3 from each. I think Raducanu beating Sabalenka the way she did was huge. That was a huge moment. And we'll see how this final plays out. All right, deuce. And on the men's side, probably Rublev. Rublev and Alcaraz is one of the best matches we've had. Like, it went down to the wire. It was 2 top 10 guys, or nearly top 10. Slice goes into the volley of Paolini. That's too good. Advantage Paolini. At Main having a run. That's obviously a moment for sure. How good he played, even in the Sinner match, how good he played. So at Main having a run for sure is another moment. And I don't know. It's hard because the final wasn't good. By the way, Swiatek getting really angry at the coaches as well. She's pissed off Swiatek. She's not having fun. All right, advantage Paolini. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Yeah, I don't know about on the men's side, the third one. Maybe the fact that we got an Alcaraz Sinner final, even though the final wasn't as good as we want. The fact that we got that is crazy. I don't know. Backhand of forehand rally. Swiatek down the line. Paolini's there with a slice. Swiatek forehand cross. Paolini puts up a lob. It's no good. It's short. The forehand goes in, though, from Swiatek. Paolini gets it back. And then Paolini with a slice on the stretch. Swiatek forehand down the line. Paolini with a pass. Volley from Swiatek is good, but Paolini gets it and hits a winner. And the crowd going absolutely crazy. Okay, we're back on serve. Paolini breaks. And the crowd love it. Great rally. Swiatek didn't play a bad point. She was actually in control pretty much the entire point. Just that volley from Swiatek was way too safe. And Paolini, even if there was a drop volley, Paolini would have got there. Paolini got there with ease. So easy, that passing shot. And everyone's on their feet. The crowd are going nuts. All right. 3-all. Paolini serves. Yeah, that rally was. If you don't know what Paolini's about, that rally is exactly what she does well. That's how she's done incredible things in the last 18 months. That rally sums it up. Rally of the match so far. Oh yeah, 100%. All right, 15. Love. Paolini serves again. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Swiatek, backhand Paolini into the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini backhand again to the backhand of Swiatek, who goes down the line for a winner. 15-0. Cam, yet again, you're so pro Paolini. And yet again, you cry. All right. 15-all. There's a default second serve. Serve to the backhand. Swiatek return gets backhand to Paolini. Swiatek backhand again to the backhand of Paolini. And Swiatek forehand in the net. 30-15. 30-15. All right, Paolini serves again. $30-15. There's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the forehand, Swiatek. Great return winner. 30-all. $30-all. Serve again from Paolini. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Forehand, Paolini goes long. 30-40. 30-40. Break back point, or break point again, I should say, for Swiatek to take the break and go to 4-3. 30-40. Serving to the back of Swiatek. Forehand from Paolini. Swiatek with a passing shot. Paolini with a half volley pickup. It's good. But Swiatek hits a passing shot winner. Not enough on Paolini's approach. And it's 4-3. Swiatek breaks. Can she keep hold of the break, though? That is the question. That is the question. All right. We gotta take breaks. Now, Swiatek's playing doubles tomorrow with Casper Ruud. So that's fun. We'll watch that. Alcaraz is playing with Raducanu doubles tomorrow. Sinner apparently withdrew, but also not surprised. So I don't know who Sinner is going to team up with or if there's an alternate team coming in. There are alternate teams. So you've got Bolter de Minaur, Shea Zielinski. I'll tell you what. I want to see Shea Zielinski. I think Shea is such a fun, entertaining player, and she deserves to showcase that on a big stage. She does that in doubles, but I mean, like, I think this is going to be so many people are going to watch this. She deserves to be there to show what she can do. She's very entertaining. Dabrowski, Auger-Aliassime. You got Jovic and Brooksby. So yeah, unless they get FAA and Siniakova, it's a shame that Siniakova doesn't get to like that. Again, we're only hearing that Sinner might have withdrawn. I don't know if he's confirmed that, but Siniakova, I mean, she deserves a spot, but there's no one. I mean, de Minaur is not going to play with Siniakova, right? It's going to be Siniakova. I don't know. Someone's going to jump in with Siniakova, but it doesn't look like there's anyone available. Because all the other teams, they're going to... Unless one of the doubles guys, like an Ebden or something, team up with Siniakova, I don't know. Or maybe like a Salisbury or one of the British dudes, I don't know. Yeah, Siniakova was number one in doubles when the list was made. So I'm not sure who she could team up with if he's not there. Love 15. So yeah, Glasspool as well. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Maybe one of the British guys, right? If they're there, they have to be there tomorrow, right? It's whoever's there tomorrow. So, yeah, she deserves a spot. I mean, she's one of the best doubles players in the world. Jay,
LFG Carlos wasn't able to donate in the previous stream.
That's right.
Such a weird tournament and not sure what to think about Carlos' form heading into the USO. What's your assessment, Cam?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Because he didn't really get to play Zverev or Sinner properly, so it's hard to judge. And he played Rublev well, but yeah, it's hard to know where Alcaraz is at. I guess we'll just have to take it match by match. We'll watch his draw, and then we'll watch who he plays, and we'll see how he looks in each of those early matches. But yeah, I don't know if we learnt much about Alcaraz at Cincinnati, because the two matches that were, the two of the three matches that he played at the end, only one of them he had to play well. The other ones his opponents weren't as good as they usually are. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. 15-hole. All right, second serve. As the return goes into the backhand slice of Swiatek, lob goes up. Paolini smash, lob goes up against Swiatek. Paolini smash, put away. 15-30. I'll tell you this, though, with the mixed doubles, if Swiatek pulls out, Ruud teams up with Siniakova, then they bring in de Minaur Bolter. That could work, maybe. But I don't know. I mean, Swiatek's already committing to it, so I don't know if she will withdraw. Unless this goes for like another 2 hours. But that could make sense. But I think Swiatek wants to play the mixed doubles, so I don't think she'll withdraw. But that could work if they could shuffle the teams around a little easier if she decided not to play. Because it's, literally tomorrow. Backhand to backhand rally. Swiatek into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek goes the backhand of Paolini into the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini goes again, the forehand of Swiatek. The backhand of Paolini, who hits a winner. 15-40. Bolter's playing Winston-Salem? That's an ATP event. She's not playing that. Bolter's playing Cleveland. Oh, okay. So yeah, so Bolter can't. Okay, so and Bolter can't play. So they're bringing Shea and Zelensky, like I said. All right, break points again. 15-40. Swiatek serves down the tee. Return goes out. One saved. 30-40. 30-40. Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. Swiatek serves again. Into the backhand of Paolini. Return. Into the back of Swiatek. Paolini backhand in the net. We get the deuce. All right, deuce. Swiatek serves again. Into the back of Paolini. And Paolini overhits it. Advantage Swiatek. Advantage Swiatek to take the 5-3 lead. And to make Paolini serve to stay in the match. Advantage Swiatek. And Swiatek with an ace. All right. 5-3. Swiatek is one game away from the Cincinnati title. Two-hour match because it was contracted. Oh, was it? Damn. I didn't know. I didn't get that email. It's crazy. All right, Swiatek puts up a lob. Goes in. Paolini with a smash. She puts it away. 15 love. Loves her to serve. Into the back of Swiatek. Back in now from Paolini. To the forehand of Swiatek. To the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek forehand again. To the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek backhand down the line. Paolini's got it with the forehand cross. Drop shot Swiatek. But Paolini's there. Puts it away. 30 love. As return goes out. 40 love. As the return goes in the forward, Swiatek, she hits it wide. 5-4. Paolini holds. Swiatek's going to serve for the match. Okay. All right. 5. 5-4. A US Open draw comes out in the end of the week. Apparently, the first round qualifying in New York. It's first round started today. Qualifying, but the draw comes out at the end of the week. All right, Swiatek's going to serve the championship. Here we go. To win the Cincinnati Open. Her first Cincinnati. What about mixed doubles? Yeah, that comes out tomorrow. That starts tomorrow. And we'll be watching that. Yeah, win the title without dropping a set as well, Swiatek. That's very impressive. Very impressive. If Jasmine breaks her, Swiatek will break down. You reckon? I don't know. I think Swiatek will still win. I think I've been hearing that Sinner's going to pull out of the mixed doubles, but we don't. Maybe we haven't got confirmation of that yet, but we'll just wait and see. Swiatek serving for the match and the championship to take another 1,000 title and to start again. Just keep ticking off the list. Swiatek serves. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Paolini. Again, the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini in the net. 15 love. Hey, thank you, Dennis, for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate that. You didn't post video this time. Huh? 15 love. Swiatek serves again. Swiatek with the fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek backhand to the forehand of Paolini. Swiatek backhand again. The backhand of Paolini on the stretch. Swiatek down the line. Paolini gets it. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Paolini again to the forehand of Swiatek. Into the forehand of Paolini. Just going forehand to forehand as Swiatek goes down the line, but it's wide. 15-0. $15-all. Swiatek serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Paolini. Return goes out. 30-15. Yeah, this would be Swiatek's first Cincinnati. Ah, 30-15. You're a morning person or a night owl? Night owl. Easily. Slice goes into the forehand Swiatek. Paolini lob. Goes long. Championship points. 40-15. Swiatek with 2 championship points to take the Cincinnati title. and to go into the US Open with some more confidence. Extended win streak as well, right? From Wimbledon. Oh, no, she lost in Canada. All right, 40-15. We forgot about Canada. Has been a serve. Out wide as an ace. That's how you finish. Swiatek in a very tough match. It was a weird, awkward match. One of the toughest matches she's played against Paolini in the past. It was not easy. Swiatek wins. She looks relieved. I mean, Swiatek's like she's like really fired up. Also, she's number 2 in the world, which means she doesn't have to play Sabalenka at the US Open to the final. I think that might be the reason for the celebration more than anything. Is the fact that she's now number 2, back to number 2 in the world. By the way, chat, before Wimbledon, she was number 8. So 2 months later, or not even 2 months, like 6-7 weeks later, she's back to number 2. And there's a strong possibility she gets to number 1 if Sabalenka doesn't compete and doesn't defend. Swiatek could try and get that number 1 spot back. I mean, she's overtaken Gauff. US Open, Sabalenka's to lose, right? So a lot of upside for Swiatek. She's playing for pretty much the rest of the year for free. All right. GG's. And great for Paolini. I mean, that was a great week. She took out Gauff. She made another 1,000 final. She was competitive against Swiatek, which doesn't happen if you look at their head-to-head. It's been pretty one-sided. With the sets have been one-sided, not like a 7-5 or a 6-4. It's all been 1 and 2s. So great win and great week for both. Both will go to the US Open with full of confidence. From 8th to 2nd, yeah. In a couple of tournaments, 4 tournaments. Because remember, before Wimbledon, her ranking before Bad-on-Berg was number 8. She dropped down after the French. And then final of Bad-on-Berg, won Wimbledon, quarterfinals of Canada, and then this tournament. So she's really turned really quick turnaround. And now she can play US Open, where she made the quarters last year and lost. She can make it to, she's got the Asian swing. She's got nothing to defend. And even the WTA finals, she made it. She won 2 matches in the group, but she didn't make it past the group stage. So she's really got, 4 tournaments where 2 of them she can play for free, and then 2 of them where she doesn't have, she could have better results this year. So her chances of pushing towards number 1 is very high. Because remember, Sabalenka, she's got semi-finals in WTA finals. She's got the US Open to play. She has to win that. And she also has she has to win Wuhan as well. And I think she might have made it to the semis or so in Beijing, I think. So, yeah. So Sabalenka's got a lot to defend. So that's going to be a fun battle towards the end. And that's the battle that we got robbed of last year. Because last year, going into the post-US Open last year, it was supposed to be a battle for number 1 between Sabalenka and Swiatek. Swiatek got banned for a month. We didn't know it at the time, but we got robbed of that. And Swiatek, I think, felt like she got robbed of that too. She didn't get a chance to defend her number 1 spot because she wasn't allowed to play. So maybe this year we'll get that back and forth. Whoever wins this is going to do this. It could be really, really interesting now. Plus, you chuck Gauff in the mix as well. Coco's there too. So if Coco does well at the US Open and makes it a 3-person competition for number 1, that could be really fun if Coco also jumps in there. But Gauff's got to defend a lot more, though. That's the thing. She's also got to defend a lot of points. All right. Sabalenka, Sinner have tons to defend, and Carlos and Iga have barely. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, Alcaraz does have a little bit, but not as much. He's definitely got big upside compared to Sinner, who has to do a lot of work. All right. But good finals. Good finals. Well, good final. This was a good final. The first final wasn't really a final. I don't think we can... Unfortunately, we didn't get a final. But this final made up for it. And we got the mixed doubles tomorrow, so that's fun. We'll do that tomorrow. Again, I'm not sure how we do that, but we will do it by just watching all of it, I guess. Yeah. After this week, do you think Swiatek is a favorite for the US Open? I still think it's Sabalenka. But I think Swiatek's second favorite. But I still think Sabalenka is the favorite. Because, just like Wimbledon, we didn't see Swiatek play Sabalenka or Gauff. So it's hard to say if they play, who's going to win. Because we didn't get to see it. We got to see it at one of the two events and Swiatek had beaten Sabalenka. Then I would say, well, Sabalenka's second and Swiatek's one. But because we haven't seen them play, I think Swiatek is... look, they're probably equal favorite, really. Right? But I'm going to say Sabalenka just ahead, just because she is the defending champion. But I think Swiatek's going to be right behind her, though. Also, it depends on the draw, because if Coco goes up the top with Sabalenka, Swiatek's probably the favorite. Unless you've got Ostapenko and stuff in Swiatek's draw. So if Swiatek gets a good draw, she'll be the favorite. If Sabalenka gets a good draw, and Gauff has to play Swiatek in the semis, or you have to play, Raducanu and Ostapenko are in Swiatek's half, then maybe it's Sabalenka. It probably does come down to the draw now. But I think before the draw comes out, I think Sabalenka is still the slight favorite. Even if she hasn't done much lately compared to Swiatek, I still think, as of now, it's still Sabalenka just. But then the draw comes out, it'll be a totally different story, maybe. Sabalenka's got pressure to defend the US Open. Yeah, but she's dealt with that pressure well in Australia. So... not this year, but the last few years. Sabalenka doesn't fail as a defending champion. She's pretty good at defending titles. If you look at her results, Madrid, she's made finals. She's won titles there. She's made the final consistently. Australian Open, she made the last three finals there. She's pretty good at defending titles. Wuhan, right? She's defended that a lot. Stuttgart, she made the final there consistently a lot. So when she's playing well somewhere, Sabalenka does back it up, right? Indian Wells. So, yeah, I think I'm not so worried about Sabalenka having to defend. I think she can do well. She won last year. She'll be happy again, right? But it will depend on the draw. It will depend a lot on the draw. Swiatek jumping number 2 does not help Swiatek at the US Open, right? They have done the seeds already. No, the seeds come out. The seeds finalized now. So now the seeds are the draw. I hate these finals. I hate this shit because it's so confusing. But as far as I know, the seeds were not locked in. Even though the rankings updated yesterday, the seeds did not lock in till now. They were waiting for these matches to finish. So now that Swiatek wins, she's number 2. And that she will, I think, again, I don't know, maybe it's not, but we haven't been in this situation before. It's a unique situation. But from what I can guess is that the rankings updated yesterday, but they probably will revise the rankings today so that they can, because otherwise what's the point in playing Cincinnati if it doesn't make a difference to your ranking, before the US Open, right? I mean, usually it's a week before, so... And they don't update the rankings daily, so it's not like, Swiatek making the final and then they update the rankings. They have, So we've got to... I'm pretty sure Swiatek's still going to be 2. Until we hear otherwise. It would be super unfair if they didn't update the rankings today to reflect what happened last week to then... get the seeds for next week, right? That would be so mean. That would be so harsh. Official rankings update came out today. Will come out Tuesday, and the seeds will be then. That's what I would have expected. Otherwise, it's just so stupid. It's already done. We have a Monday final, but then you got to that doesn't count though. Why does that not count? Ant-Man didn't qualify for the US Open. Wait, decided not to play the US Open qualies. Really? That's crazy. I guess that's wild. What the hell? Damn, he deserved a wild card, if anything. That's crazy. So he just pulled out of the US Open. I guess he's like, well, I don't need to play that. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't need to play that. It's unfair if you use the old rankings prior to the Cincy final. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, if all things are fair, that the rankings will be updated today or tonight, and then tomorrow the seeds. That's what whatever the rankings are as of today will be seeded. I don't think they're going to count next week's tournament. So I don't think the players that are playing right now. I don't think next week counts. I think it's whatever happened at the end of Cincy, whatever the points are after that. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point? It got announced he didn't want to risk playing. Okay, fair enough. Well, he's already in the top 100. He'll be fine. He'll be able to play for 12 months as a top 100 player. So he doesn't need to play the US Open. He got plenty of points. I'm curious. Do you like what? What's with the weird questions? Never counted the draw is Thursday or Friday anyway. Wait, never counted the draw. What? Swiatek's played 98 tournaments and won 24. It's a crazy conversion. There's a crazy conversion rate. Penko is 25. Yeah, 25 in the world, yeah. While US Open draw comes out. It comes out on Friday? Paolini is just radiant. Love her. Yeah, she's great. We love Paolini. She is zero haters. How can you not like her? If you don't like her, then what's up? All right. All right. I'm just having a look at the seeds and seeing if they're they are the same as my list. All right. So Swiatek 2, Gauff 3. That's confirmed. Or that's official. And then if Paolini had won today, she would have been 6. And Keys would have been 5, which would have been Swiatek 3 and 2. So I think the seeds are locked in now. Once that match had finished. So I think that's all good. Don't worry, chat. I'll tell you. We got the ranking show coming up later tomorrow as well, so make sure you're ready for that. Little surprised Volley Nets had to play qualifying. Yeah, she's been in the top 100 for a while, so I don't know what happened. Raducanu is the highest unseeded player. Highest ranked unseeded player. So that's going to be interesting. That is very interesting. It'll be interesting to see where she is in the draw. All right. I wonder if Andreeva and Pegula can return to form at the US Open. Yeah, I mean Pegula needs to, but Andreeva's been injured, so maybe we give a little bit of a pass for her if she doesn't, but yeah, Fernandez will be seeded. I didn't have Sabalenka Raducanu blockbuster matchup of the year, but I'm taking it. Okay, well, it was good. It was a good match this week. If Emma ends up in Sabalenka's quarter again, I'm gonna have to start wearing a tinfoil hat. If she plays second round, that's a tinfoil hat. If it's a second round, that's brutal. If she plays in the quarterfinals, okay. But if it's Raducanu Sabalenka's second round again, something like that, that's when you got to think, what the hell is going on? Because that's way too crazy that they keep drawing each other in the same sections. Yeah, Mboko is seeded, so is Osaka. We could get a Fernandez Raducanu first round. We could, yeah. Yes, we could. As we know, it is all scripted. That is true. They made a video about it. Swiatek thanking team for wins on different surfaces. I mean, yeah, she went from... She hasn't won a match on tournament on clay this year, but she has been so consistent. Remember after French Open when everyone said fire the coach and retire? Now look at her. I mean, chat, why do I keep on having to remind you that Swiatek is the generational talent of the 2020s? Like, she is the best player of the decade, and she is her. Like, what do you mean? Why do I have to keep reminding everybody every time she does something or when she doesn't do something? The hell are you talking about? Crazy. And that every time she wins one, you got to remember that we're watching something like she's ticking the boxes of the tennis achievement list. And I think we might have actually watched pretty much every single thing she's done. So like every single... if she does complete the Golden Masters, maybe I'll make a compilation of every single big trophy that we've watched her win, because we've pretty much watched her and Alcaraz win all their big trophies since they've started. So if they do complete the Golden Masters, or Sinner as well completing the Career Slam, maybe I'll put a compilation together. It might take it might be 10 years worth of streams, but maybe I'll put together a big video where we can watch every single time we watch them play, or watch those achievements happen in real time. That'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be kind of cool. Well, I guess I'm going to have to keep watching tennis for the next 10 years then. That's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll keep watching tennis. Fine. That's fine by me. I'll watch it. She has 6 Grand Slams and 11 1,000 titles. Yep. Shall we take bets on what happens first? Swiatek Golden Masters, or she beats Penko? No, she'll beat Penko. To win the Golden Masters, it will be on the same day. Final boss, final achievement. She'll play Ostapenko in the final of Canada to win the Golden Masters and to finally beat Ostapenko. It'll be the same day. It'll be 2 birds, 1 stone. She'll have to do both. The ultimate challenge to get the ultimate goal is going to happen. To complete the Golden Masters, you have to beat your worst nightmare. It'll happen. That's what's going to happen now, chat. It's going to happen now. Write that script. Sinner will play. Oh, Sinner is going to play tomorrow. Okay. Well, there you go. Actually crazy how it happens. That would be crazy. It would be crazy. But it has to happen now. We have to have that. Final boss, Swiatek, to get the final achievement. To complete the Golden Masters, you have to go through Penko in the final. The ultimate challenge, exactly. That would be the end of her feature film in Hollywood, exactly. The version Swiatek today is ready to beat Penko. Okay. Her improved serve will edge over Penko. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get to see it. I wouldn't mind a fourth round Swiatek Penko US Open this year. I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be interesting. Interesting, Penko loses everyone else except for Swiatek. Yeah, she just has that confidence. Yeah, she just has that confidence. Sinner replaced Navarro with Siniakova. Yeah, so now, well, they paired them up. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, Sinner's not well though, so I don't know if he's going to play. But we haven't heard he's not playing, so we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Swiatek needs to play Ostapenko in the first round. Well, that's not going to happen. Third round, Penko has to play 8-player in third round. She could. She could play Swiatek in the third round. But I want a fourth round. Just to make it a little bit less sudden. Give him a half a tournament to get to meet. I don't want to make it third round. Make it fourth round or quarterfinals. Third round's too soon. Too soon. I don't like third round. Make it fourth round and we have a deal. Cam knows, yeah. I don't want to make it third round. Third round's too soon. Too soon. All right, chat. I think that's it. I think that's that. I think we're done. Cincinnati's over. But we still have more stuff to do. We have to watch this mixed doubles thing tomorrow. So we're going to watch that. So make sure you're there for that. We'll watch it. And then we start to count down the days for the US Open, which is happening on a Sunday, which is so great. We love Sunday starts, don't we, chat? Sunday starts. So much fun. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for adding 3 days extra to the calendar that we didn't need. I mean, we wouldn't, yeah, we don't need it. Sunday starts. Yay. So that's happening. And then we've got the US Open. We're going to watch that thing. We're going to see who wins. It's going to be a hell of a 2 weeks, hopefully. Also, the draw comes out on Friday, I think, or Thursday, or Sunday. I don't know. Draw comes out next week. This week. Yeah, this week. It comes out this week. Are we watching some qualifiers? No. Hell no. You think we're watching the qualies? Bro, I got to go outside and breathe some air. I need some sunshine. You think I'm watching qualies? Damn. No. We're watching mixed doubles, though, which we're reluctantly watching that, but no, we're not watching qualies. Bro, I got no food. I got to get food and stuff. You don't know how busy it's going to get. Can't watch qualies. No qualies. I need to touch grass, yeah. Madness. Anyways, we're going to be back tomorrow. To watch this mixed doubles thing, see what it looks like, see who plays, see who doesn't, see who wins. $1 million on the line. It's a big old prize of fun. But thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Swiatek wins 7-5-6-4. She's number 2 in the world. She's number 2 seed of the US Open, and she is the Cincinnati champion. She beats Paolini, and she will be very, very happy going to the US Open. We'll see you tomorrow.